Hi, Sandra here from Createinspain, and this morning I thought I was going to do a video on tissued foil, only to discover that I'm not. I found something far more interesting. I will show you the tissued foil, but it's not unduly exciting unless I think you're into origami. Maybe you have some use for it if you're into making three-dimensional flowers or whatever. But basically all it is barbecue foil, spray adhesive. I've got a temporary one here. You could use a permanent adhesive. It's entirely your choice. And normal tissue paper that you can get either in craft stores or in children's toy stores and stationers, things like that. And basically all you do is you spray the foil with glue and you put tissue paper on it, you turn it over, you do the same thing again. And you can put a different colour on one side to the other. So you end up with this, which to my way of thinking isn't overly exciting. It has its uses because obviously it means that because you've got the foil in there, it becomes a formable paper. It will hold a three-dimensional shape. So as I said, for those making paper flowers, maybe you like that idea. Simple enough to do, not a problem. Again, you could do it for petal shapes and things like that. You can pleat it, you can mould it, you can scrunch it up, whatever. Okay. But to me, it loses the beautiful quality of tissue paper is its translucency, and because you've got foil in between, you've lost it. So to me, it doesn't look unduly exciting for cutting purposes. However, it did make me think. And the other thing that I have lots of in my craft room is cellophane. Now this stuff is lovely. And again, it is translucent. I have to have some remains of glue on the back of this one, which is why it's a bit tacky. Available in lots of different colours and very cheap to buy. I have a book of cellophane that I purchased from a local stationer's, and it cost me €1.20 for quite a few sheets of papel cellophane para manualidades. Oh jeez, that is so difficult to say. Manualidades. It does not roll off the tongue, believe me. But that's what it is in Spanish. And normal cellophane in English. So it's great stuff. And I thought, well, I wonder what would happen if you put cellophane onto foil. I discovered that it does lovely things. It becomes like a coloured foil with jewel-like colours, and it is absolutely lovely. It's really good. And just to show you what it comes out like, perhaps you can see the shine on that. Just some scraps that I cut out. So again, you can put it on just one side, or you can put it on two sides. And here's one. I just put some purple on one side. You can see the foil on the other. Now, the other thing you can do, if you so wish, is to make it self-adhesive. And there are a couple of ways of doing it. If you're going to use the items that you're cutting out straight away, you can, if you have some around. This is the backing from a piece of sticky back plastic, the sort of stuff you use for covering school books and things, if they still do that these days. But that's what it is, the backing. And you can put that down onto your surface. You can spray that with adhesive, you can use permanent adhesive, or you can use temporary adhesive. You can put your foil and your cellophane on the top of that, and then you can cut it out. Now the proviso on that is it will only work if you're going to use it relatively quickly, because this is not designed for things to stick to it. And I don't know what adhesives they normally use to make sticky back vinyls, but they're pretty strong. And probably stronger than you would normally be using. So I tried it with temporary adhesive and I tried it with permanent adhesive, and it will work, but I wouldn't like to say how long it would stay on the backing. So if your plan is to kiss cut it and be able to remove it from the backing, you need to be using it fairly soon afterwards. However, there is another way that you can do the same type of thing, and I have a sample somewhere. Okay, here we are, my purple. And on the back of that, I've put some very nice, wide, double-sided sticky tape. So basically you could put that through the cutting machine and either kiss cut it or cut it all the way through. The choice is yours. And then you would have that as self-adhesive. You can also get big sheets of basically what is double-sided sticky tape. I haven't got any big sheets, but you could. Or you could just layer your paper with lots of smaller ones if you wanted to. So there are several ways of doing it, and then of course you would just peel off the backing once you've cut it out. I can never get the corners of these things up. Here we go. And then you'll be able to stick it onto your project. I think it will be really, really nice because I know you can buy foil, but quite often you only want a little piece. Maybe you want to cut the sentiment out or a few little bits of decoration. Maybe you just want to cut some dots out and put hot glue on top. Maybe that would work. You make little gems or something. I don't know, I haven't tried that. Maybe you want to try and let me know if it works. But I think that could be a fun thing to do. And for cutting out little bits, if you want to make coloured stars or little coloured hearts or whatever, you would really only need to have a double-sided sticky tape. You wouldn't need anything else. Alternatively, you can leave it without anything sticky on the back and you can just glue it onto your project regardless. And if you do that, you can just use spray adhesive anyway, spray adhesive on the back as and when you need it. So I hope you find that fun. Give it a try. I think it's a wonderful idea. Haven't come across it before. And of course, if you don't want it to be self-adhesive, then you could do it double-sided and use it for three-dimensional flowers again and have some really wowy three-dimensional flowers. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.